This is part 2 of my demo lesson on 2-point perspective. I'm going to continue on with the one that I started, and I'm going to do some more things with it, a little bit more advanced as after you feel comfortable doing the first lesson that I did. A couple things after reviewing mine and kind of studying it, and some things looked wrong. A lot of times you want to step back and look at it, and things will appear like they're off. Whether the lines were not straight, they might have been crooked a little bit. Sometimes there's things missing. And what I mean by things missing is I was looking at my building over here, okay? And after thinking about the rules of perspective with 2-point, when you have the corner of a building, the right side, the top and bottom are always going to the right vanishing point, and the left side of the building, the sides and the top and the bottom are always going to the left vanishing point. Well, if I take a peek at this building here, maybe some of you can figure out what's wrong with it. Okay, so I have my top going to this vanishing point, this top going to that vanishing point, this bottom going to that vanishing point, but oops, there's something going on here. This happens a lot with people. So I just wanted to show you in my second video mistakes that could commonly happen. So what I will do now is make the side of this building, and you might be confused on how to do that. So all you need to do is go down to the corner of that building, aim for your left vanishing point, and all you need to do is make a little line here that is representing the bottom of this building. Now it looks kind of weird right now, but just think, this here could be a little alleyway, okay, that goes down like a little side street to get to these buildings over here. So you could do a couple things. You can keep this line here, you can erase the line. It just depends on what you want to do with it. Maybe what I could do here is extend this bottom of the building over to here, okay? And then maybe what I do is, well, this gets a little tricky here, but watch this. At the bottom of this building, I'm going to line up to the vanishing point. I'm going to also extend a line right here, okay? So what to do about this? Well, I could do a few things. I can do a line up and down here to make it look like you're stepping off the building. Okay, I could do that. I could erase this. All right, looks like, even from the road, it looks like it might be even a turning lane to go through down there. Maybe it's like a one-way side street or something. But after I erase that, this looks kind of funny here because I have this, okay? It's hard to probably see. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to aim for this vanishing point here, go to the end of this little curb, and then just make a little line right there. All right, so then it looks like it's not just unfinished. Okay, so now I got this little alleyway or a one-way side street, and it looks much better now that I have a bottom to that building. So those are little things that you want to really step back at and look at, okay? Let's see. Another couple of things that you could do that are a little bit more advanced is doing the lines in your street, okay? So to make your lines in your street, you want to, I don't know, I don't really measure, I just eyeball it, but I'm going to make myself a little guide here. So if I were to put a line here, this is where my breaks in the road are going to go, and I wanted to make sure that like between here and here and here and here like pretty even. I didn't want to like put the line way over here and then there's like this little space and then there's that big space, and a little kind of funny. So I make myself a little guide. I'm going to go back to this vanishing point, and I'm going to just put a very light line coming in, okay? And then I'm going to do that again. Okay, so I have I can just keep it like a solid line, you know, there's no passing. Or if I wanted to put the breakup lines in there, I can go, now say I got these two lines here, but to make them separate, I'm going to go to the opposite vanishing point. So what I mean by that is I'm going to go to this vanishing point here and then just put a little line there. Stay on that vanishing point, come up a little bit, make that line. So now I'm going to erase this. Okay, I have the broken up lines in the road there, and then I'm going to do another one here, a line there, and I'm going to make them closer together as I get further away. And now what I'll do is erase in between here. See that? So I got one here that I'm starting, continue on with that vanishing point, line, not so far apart this time again, and then erase in between. Okay, so now I have these broken up lines that will go down the street. Right? So we can continue on with that. Another couple little things that you could do is, how about bricks on the side of a building? So if I'm going to do bricks on this building on the right side, all right, sometimes actually if you really want to get really technical with it, you can start up at the top and measure where you're going to start with your bricks. I'll do it bigger. So every ½ inch I'm going to make myself a little mark here, just so that they're equal. Okay, so I made myself these marks. Now what I'm going to do is on the right side, every time I see a mark, I'm going to put my ruler there and then meet up with that vanishing point. All right, and I'm going to stay on that vanishing point, and then just continue down the way. If you've ever tried doing this in the past, you'll see people that go like this. Okay, they'll line it up and just keep going like this. Okay, by the time you get down to the bottom, it's like that and it looks weird. Okay, but that's because if you think about it, all these lines over here are not aiming to that vanishing point. So you really, really want to pay attention to that. That's another common mistake people make. Right? So the best thing to do is just make yourself these little marks for yourself and know that you're lining it up from the little mark to that vanishing point. Okay? And sometimes you get concentrating only on these little marks and forget to go on this side here and line up to the vanishing point. That happens a lot to people, and it's just a common mistake. Okay, so I got those. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to meet back up to where I started, make sure it's lined up to my vanishing point, and do that same thing. So here I'm meeting there and to the vanishing point. Okay. All right, so you can continue that all the way down. Then what I do, you can keep it that way, or you can make bricks. So what I would do with the bricks is I will make a nice vertical line. I look in between here to make sure that it looks pretty straight, okay? And then I will, every other line, I'll put a mark. So I'm gonna skip that, make a mark, skip, make a mark, skip, make another mark, skip, and make a mark. I'm gonna just shift it a little tiny bit, and then I'm gonna go the opposite. So I'm gonna start with the first one, put a mark, skip, put mark, skip, mark, skip, mark, and skip. And then I'll just keep going from there. Okay. And then maybe one more here. Or actually, maybe I'll shift one more time. Okay, so there's my bricks. The closer it is to you, the further apart, and then as I go away, the lines will get a little closer together. Okay, so there's my bricks on the building, and I can do the same on the other side. Another little trick for windows, what you could do is, like, say that you can see through these windows. Sometimes, let's see how this works. I sometimes forget how to do this. How does this go? Okay, here we go. If I go to the opposite side of my window, to the opposite vanishing point here, I'm going to just make a little line. And so what this is showing is this is the ceiling inside and this is the wall. So, I mean, you can do just little minor things like that. Or you can, let's see, say I do it on this side, I'm going to do like a little one. Like this. I could come down and then the top here. It just almost appears like there's like a window sill type of thing. It's just like little minor things that you can do to your windows and things like that. You know, you can also make some mold, or I don't even know what they call it, molding or whatever, windowsill around your window, make it fancy. So there's just all these little things that you could do to enhance your picture. Okay, so try doing that and see how you do, and take a picture and send that to me.